my stamping friends, this is Oksana from funstamper.com, and today is Wednesday, 6 p.m. It's February 28th, and I'm live with you for another funky Wednesday. I'll give it a couple minutes for everybody to pop up in my feed. If you're watching replay, please scroll down for a couple minutes until we kind of chat, and we will get started. So today I have fun project for you. It's actually not a cards. Normally we do some fun folds or some box to hold the cards. But today I actually had a request to do some treat boxes. I do a lot of treat boxes for my in-person classes to give it away. And I actually, when I posted a picture, everybody said, hey, can you please share directions? So I'm like, let's just do a video. It's much easier to explain. All right, so we're gonna make those two boxes today. And what I like about those two boxes, they actually only using half sheet of paper, and you could create boxes of two different sizes. So let me show you this one. So some of you ladies, hi Judy, hi Monica, you got it during wine class. So this is box like that. It's like a matchbox, and it holds 3 chocolates, Mercy-like chocolates. So this is not Mercy chocolate, but Mercy will fit as well. I went to BJ's today and they didn't have one, and I didn't have time to go somewhere else. But it holds perfectly 3 chocolates, so not too big, not too small, just perfect to give it away. So this is the box number 1. Hi, Sherry. And so this uses half sheet of paper. But see how it's holding by a belly band? So this one I kind of like because you don't need to do any other closure. You just slide the belly band and you all done. Another box that we're going to do, it's exactly the same half sheet of paper, but doesn't have belly band. So it's actually a little bit more like wider, or how you call it, like thicker, so you could put more goodies. And I actually also designed this box for my to-go because it was easy to mail. So it's look like that. So it's little tiny Velcro that holding both pieces together, and I package some chocolate covered almonds in them, but it's, you know, decent size. You could package anything you want. So this is 2 boxes, exactly the same piece of paper, slightly scored differently. And I also will show you some modifications. So this box, when I make those one and everybody loved it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I like it. Will the gift card fits, right? We often give gift card as a present. Will be nice to put it with some sweets. And actually gift card is a little bit taller than that. So I came home, I grabbed Starbucks card, and I redesigned. So the same half sheet, it's just taller, so it's not all the way. And I use new stamp set. It said thanks so much, and I said this one on me, and it has a Starbucks gift card and some candy. Isn't that fun? All right, are you ready to get started? Grab a sheet of paper, or if you want to follow along, or just relax, and measurements will be posted later on my website, and you could download a PDF with pictures as well. So I'll put those two as 2 references and see what we need to have. Little glare here. Let's see. Okay, so we only need 1 sheet of paper. So I specifically didn't cut, so you could see how I'm doing it. And that piece of paper gonna be cut long way. I got my cutter. So that's normally how you do a card, right? You just take 8.5 by 11 and you slice it at 4 1/4. So one will be for one, another one will be for another one. And from this 4 1/4, I actually want to trim it to 3 1/4. So this is my belly band, and this is actually for a box. And this one, we will just trim 1/4 inch, so it's 10 3/4. Just to make it's even, I didn't want it to go to the 8 inches, kind of easier. And belly band is not needed that long, 6 or 7 inches. So as I have one, so this is for the long box for Mercy Like Candy. And this one, we're gonna trim at 10.5, and I'll show you later on why. Just wanted to use trimmer at the same time. We also will need some various little pieces to decorate. Nothing much. Like I have my, it's just pieces of designer paper to adhere. I already have a belly band and I embossed. I think it's look much prettier. Yeah, so DSP, I will let you know the sizes of the DSP. Yeah, so DSP I cut after, and we're gonna glue it, and I will tell you in a minute the sizes of DSP. So let's start with the first one, that long one. I'm taking a scoring tool, and on a skinnier side, we're gonna score at 1/2 inch. So our box is only 1/2 inch thick, and I like to score it kind of 1/2 inch and then just turn it around. It's much easier to remember. And our box is 3¼ inch tall, so I'll do 3¼ then 3¾ because it's 1/2 inch for kind of how thick the box is, then another 3¼ so it's 7, and then 7.5, and this piece is 3¼ so all those pieces are exactly the same. Put it away for now, and we're gonna move forward. So I use Flight and Airy DSP. I don't know, I just so in love. I stocked up, so I think I'll be fine. You know, I'm telling myself, Oksana, you'll be fine. You have enough. You could use it. It's going away tomorrow, so celebration ends tomorrow. See what I'm doing? I'm just on one of the sides. I'm taking the long piece, and I kind of make little corners. And we're gonna do on the same side as well. We are lucky we have extra day, so if you need anything, or if you wanna like get Paper Pumpkin subscription, it's time. You're gonna get free item with that. So stay a little bit of time. I would not wait till the last minute, because who knows how the website will hold. You know, we all know that we break website in the beginning of the promotion and at the end. This is when it's most traffic. I'm actually gonna place an order today. Later, if anybody need anything, let me know. So I'm just cutting. Again, it's simple box. The idea here, we're creating, you know, nothing complicated, something that you could sit down and create 10, 15, 20 of those at no time. Also, what I like about that box, so size is 2¼ by 3¼ and this means that your designer paper will be just 2 by 3, which is perfect size, right? Because you could cut really economically your designer paper. So let me find my pieces. I cut already. So here is my 2 by 3 pieces. So let's glue designer paper, and believe it or not, box is almost done. So this is my top, right? So I'm gonna glue it to the top. Oh, let me show the chocolate. So this is the chocolate that I'm using, that I have. Like I said, Mercy chocolate will fit perfectly as well. But, you know, kind of look on a chocolate that have sticks like that. And I think they are standard size. I could not compare. And I'm using the same designer paper again. We go for fast. You could probably do it like little favor for the tables. You could bring for your co-workers. Sometimes you just wanted to give little something, and isn't it fun if it's nice and pretty? I'm gonna take, you don't need to, it's optional step, but it's easy to take chocolate. I'm just take, you know, either dye or old punch or anything you want, just to do half circle. Let me put chocolate away. It's really tempting. I open a bar yesterday to put in one of the boxes with a coffee. And it's 8 pieces in a box. And by this morning, I don't know what happened with 5 pieces. They were gone. It's just little wrappers. So between me and my husband, I'm just gluing. You could use any adhesive of your choice. I'm using wet glue. Probably tear tape will be better. But we're just simply putting a box. It's just simple box, see? And those tabs kind of covering so you don't see a kind of opening. Let me use tear tape. So I'll put a measurement of this variation to fit a gift card as well. But I didn't cut that extra 1/4 inch. I just made it 1/4 inch taller. So it was 3.5 by 2.25, and it fits perfectly. And you could make any size of this box, but then that flap will not be covering. See how it's covering all the way, so almost like look like a box. That flap will be smaller, but it's not a problem. And the box size is pretty small, so you don't even need to put like a big focal point or, you know, a lot of stamping up there. So you could, I'll show you in a second what I used. Okay, so this one, and then I will take the one piece that I embossed, and this is just regular belly band. You just wrap it around. I didn't even score it. And you're gonna use tear tape, wet glue, and anything you kind of strong adhesive. I don't recommend snail in that or seal unless it's Seal Plus. And if you live in Florida with a lot of humidity, we really need wet glue is working. So I had tear tape come up, but wet glue normally after it dries, we all fine. Okay, we're gonna decorate, and which is great with that designer paper that it has little tiny images. I'm gonna use, it's my favorite label now. It's Thoughtful Expressions dies, and we have tiny one. I'll bring big one as I'm gonna stamp. And I did cut a couple of the smaller birds. They have a big birds, and I'm a big fan, but it's just too big for. So I cut. Probably this one gonna be for this card, and let's say I want something, you know, relatively small. So we're gonna use For You smaller sentiment. It comes from this Heartfelt Hexagon stamp set. So we're gonna use that one. Gonna stamp on both of the labels, kind of towards the top. Okay, and this is gonna be for other box, so we're not gonna be stamping again. And I'm gonna add label with dimensionals. Like so. You will add little tiny bird. So you have this bird and this bird. And I like with those tiny birds, if you're gonna fussy cut them, each card or each box came completely different, which was a lot of fun. Yeah, I did 18 last week, I think, for my class. So that's all. Now the only thing left, you open that yummy chocolate, fill it in, and you have little something to give away. I wonder what else could fit. Maybe some pack of gum. Kind of find probably like Ghirardelli chocolate will be great as well. So here is a box that we just made, and this is my original one. So this is the one with belly band. I use different embossing folder for that. Okay, now if you don't want a belly band, if you just wanted to have like simple closure, so this is the other box. And remember that piece that we get 4¼ by 10½. So I have a long piece of paper like we do for card, but we just using for box. And I kind of design all those boxes. I don't like when measurements is like 5½ by 11. Then you left with those strips, and only you could make one box from one sheet of paper. So those one is relatively economical, and you not end up with many leftovers. Because we're dealing with wider piece of paper, we don't have a belly band, so I decided to actually add to thickness of the box. So my box will be 3¼ So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna score at 3¼ on each side, right? And because my box is thicker, this means that my sides will be smaller now. So my box is gonna be only 3 inches. So 3 inches, 3¾ 6¾ and 7½. And the idea how we're gonna decorate, we actually gonna cut and decorate exactly the same way as we did previous one. So we also gonna go ahead and cut. And for that one, I actually decided to use those Velcro dots. I do have them in different sizes. I have ones that I bought in Dollar Tree. Let me show you. Those are cool, but they are a little bit stronger. So you could use them, but probably, like we said, give them little haircuts, so they're not that strong. Those tiny ones working a little bit better because you will not rip the paper. It's relatively small box. So I'm cutting on one of the sides. They are symmetrical, so you don't need to worry which one. You're getting this one out. And you're getting this one in. Will be fun to make it, especially the bigger one, like, you know, with a lavender theme, and maybe design it to fit like lavender seeds to go with our beautiful lavender suit. Just so much possibilities. But I designed this one specifically to hold candies for me for little favors. So we're kind of cutting those edges away. And on this side, we're gonna do on a score line. And I like to cut a little off so it's easier to glue them. Did you stock up for the Flight and Airy DSP, or yours was different favorite during this celebration? Like I was telling last time, I thought I'm gonna like that stapled paper, and I just used some patterns, but I kind of didn't get into it so interestingly. But that one, every single one I like. So let's just kind of, so the piece gonna be 2 3/4 by 2½. So slightly different one. Let's just do this piece. Oh, look at that bird. Let's just do this one. I'll see how different will be. So I want something kind of not maybe that much white. Yeah, the tools paper, I love it too. I use it actually, but I didn't really play that much with the tools paper. I'm stocking up as I'm gonna do Stamp a Stack in next month in April with a tool stamp set, and the paper just goes perfectly. So that's my plan. Oh, and I'll need to show you sneak peek of my lavender. I'm being super busy this week cutting my class. I have 2 in-person classes and some to go. It may be my biggest class yet. I have so many to go kits, which is great. I'm super excited. And my goal is to finish cutting tonight. So tomorrow I kind of could concentrate on cooking and doing little favors. I already have ideas, but I didn't start them. So yeah, I'm super excited. It's still time. My to-go kit's gonna be shipping on a 5th, so Tuesday. So if you plan, then let me know. Message me. I'll show you a little sneak peek. So it's really pretty cards. So we, again, exactly the same. We assemble box like we did before. Okay, come on. The most difficult part of that is just to get your tear tape out. Okay, we're gonna do that one. And lavender is beautiful. I still kind of contemplating which piece of paper was my favorite from lavender. So I have some project to do exactly from my favorite piece. I'll share it next week. So I'm actually scanned that piece, and I'm gonna do something cool with the design. But I'm not gonna tell because some of ladies are here, so I'm not gonna give it away. All right, so this is just your basic one, right? And it's nothing to hold it. So you could probably, you know, those little tiny magnets you could use as well. But we're gonna do Velcro dots. And those tiny seems to work fine. I'm just gonna cut one. And then we're gonna decorate. We already stamped label. I did slightly bigger label this time, as the box is bigger. So we're gonna, I don't think there is a science which side to go, to which, we're gonna do it, just doesn't matter which way. And close it. And here you have it. All right, so we're gonna just put a decoration. Maybe for this one, did I cut extra green? See, I like it with this one now because the label is more kind of pronounced. But all pattern will work. Okay. And I'll show you in a second the sneak peek of my lavender one. Just little green there. We're gonna glue it and we are done. So for this one, just you could package some candy in a bag or put pieces of Ghirardelli and you could have them. Thank you, Sherry. Again, I'm going here for quick, right? Functional and still cute, but it's not something that's taking too long to make. So something if you decided to make in masses. See, this is two different designer paper. This one kind of similar, but this is what we make today. Okay, so let me show you the lavender classes. So this is my lavender class. I have class to go. Still have 1 or 2 rooms in a person if you live locally. So I'll show you quickly which cards we're making. So a lot of things with lavender. We do different ways stamping the actual lavenders. So this one is trifold card. Like that. And this one is my favorite. This is my center easel card. So yeah, and I did already 2 or 3 other samples. So if you're interested, visit my site funstamper.com and classes to go. It's the kit with all pre-cutted pieces and shipping included, just $25 or free with $50 order. So if you're still interested, probably I will close the registration probably like by Friday because I wanted to kind of cut everything at once for my to-go. So this is what we make. If you would like to have some variation done with a gift card, so this is how it's gonna work with a gift card. That's perfect. And this is upcoming sweet with a coffee called Latte Love. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. So perfect for coffee lovers, but it's a fun way to give away like Starbucks cards. And I think especially for a lot of people, they love Starbucks when on a go. So all right, please share my video. Please comment, let me know what else you think will fit inside. I love to read your comments, and I love to hear if it inspires you and you wanted to go and create similar project. I will see you next Wednesday, the same time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, here on Facebook channel. And until then, happy stamping. Bye.